Yeah, into line. Santa was here once. Um, and we played a demo that clap. A demo that was also basically controls telekinetic powers in moving objects and throwing them around, and it was very cool. And I already had Into Line on my play later queue, but I just had it because I added it, I think, just after Panjara. So Panjara was a long one, and it took several streams, and then was all like, it was updated and so on, and I did a full playthrough with all the endings and so on. Also, VOD and so on in the channel. So I wanted to wait before going into another big puzzle game. But Into Light really looks like a cool one. So I'm hoping, yeah, Lock, Banjara, that kind of Dreams game. So in that kind of style, that kind of genre. Um, and yeah, it's definitely probably. I mean, it looks like it's probably gonna take more than one stream. So that's why I wanted to do it in one day. Where and then the following day I would also stream and I would continue with Into Light. But yeah, we're done today. Then that's also completely fine. So yeah, if I don't know, when I highlight this, if it's several streams, I'll probably put them together as I did with Locke and Pinjara. Or to make me work less, I might just highlight this as a first part and then part two in a separate video. I don't know. You'll see. If you're watching the VOD, you'll know because the title will say so. Um, so yeah, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's play Into Line. You, surface dweller, wake up in a vast, dead research facility. Find out what happened and escape. On your way, you'll face lots of puzzles as well as architecture telling the story of great times. What are you waiting for? Let the tests begin. So yeah, this also looked like Control inspired, the game Control. Um, this Control. Um, so we'll see about that. I love Control. Before we start, this game was made with motion controls. Oh no. Oh wait, motion controls is in the dual shock sense. Motion controls, not move controllers. Um, so please change that on the settings. Yeah. It also has to be noted that if you're playing in VR on a base or slim PS4 model, please activate low frequency mode in the VR settings as some scenes can approach 30 FPS on those devices. Okay, we're not playing VR and we're playing on PS5, so that's fine. This project has been in the making for over 1.5 years. It's pretty cool. With that said, have fun. Men, have fun. Entertain presents. Or see entertain. CE entertain into light. A VR compatible platformer. Platformer? That was a puzzler. A puzzler first. Start a new journey. You wake up in the midst of nothingness. Wider than I thought. To be more exact, you find yourself inside a small concrete hole. Well, that's more than nothingness too. You have no idea how you have come to this place, nor who could have brought you here. No, I don't. You're journeying into the unknown. That's another game. Starts with your first goal. Try to find Into the Unknown is also pretty cool. Um, try to find out who could have brought you here. I thought the first goal was basically escaping. I guess that's more like the main goal. 0, 0. Or eyes emoji, maybe. Oh, that's hand. I was like, whoa. What was that? Okay, I see. I can jump. That's cool. Okay, there's Little, oh, what? Little or no fall damage, which is fine. Oh, tutorial. Press X to jump over. Why would it feel weird? Is that like in-game lore to the character, or is that just to the player? Some are open and have a... Don't know if you could hear that, but damn. Some are open and have a good day, others not. Try to be nice to your doors. So what I'm noticing right now is that this was definitely made when, or with a lot of assets of the VR update. So I think the doors are from the inside the box levels or pack. And this hand is definitely from that. That's a big jump. Oh, this door doesn't have a good day. Noted. Buttons! Can come in many shapes and forms, however here they are present as weighted plates. Minecraft. Step on 1, if you dare, there is one right behind you. Is it? No, it's a one time thing. It's not toggling, it's not. Ooh. Green. Activate. I might actually go and close the window because what the fuck? Okay, yeah, I guess this is more of a platformer first. Was that paths? To traverse sometimes, not otherwise. Okay. Even when collapsed. Oh, wait, hold on. Ooh. Alright. Is this gonna collapse or something? No? Okay. Hi. I don't want to fall. Only rising again will lead to one's full ascent. Okay. Inspirational, I guess. Inspiring. There. It's like, yeah, that's cool and all, but I can't reach any of that. Alright. Oh. How did I miss that? I guess it was up there first? I don't know. Yeet! Supposed to go over to babysit in 2 minutes, but the lady may or may not cancel on me, and Fido's still babysitting an hour later than planned, so I actually have more time for homework. Yeah, but you're not using it for homework, so obviously I'm gonna spend all that time here, yeah? And then you're gonna wonder. Alright. This is very aesthetically pleasing, to be honest. Surprises may wait after every frame. I think those doors are from inside the box. They might be modified. Was it even called inside the box? It was something to do with. It was most definitely a play on words with outside the box and being inside because it's VR. So I think it was. that was July 2020, I think. And I still haven't released the VR experience video. So that's fine. Um, because I did, thanks for the hydrate. I did like 3 streams with VR because I borrowed the headset. So I did 3 Dreams VR streams in summer 2020. I saved those 3. I didn't highlight them. I just downloaded them, and I'm still editing like a full VR video that I wanna upload at some point. So yeah, it's in 2 years. Um, you try to find you to a portal. Just like this journey will take you places. All right. The marker. It indicates where to go next. Always look up for them. Okay. Are they gonna be in the world or in a compass or? Oh. To grab his own. Simply move into the line and hold the jump button. Alright. Zero 2, 0 1. What? 0 5, 0 6, 0 3, 0 4. Alright, let's see. 0 1. Okay, so that was 0 0, then hop A, and now it's 0 1. I love this. Looks really cool. Okay. Water. I was gonna jump over and see if I reached, but that's not. This is definitely not what I expected. Again, I mean, I said it in the presentation or introduction of this, but I thought this was... How big again? So we did 0 1. I thought this was a puzzler first, and maybe with platforming elements. I'm trying to remember what I saw, because I remember seeing something from Into Light before... adding it to play later. I guess that made me think it was possible. Maybe it was the description, the mystery, and that it says platforming and puzzle. Honestly, fuck. Honestly, we shouldn't have. That's the other problem with waiting so long between adding things to the play later queue and actually playing them. Can I make it? Nope. Let's try. I mean, I like it. Do not get me wrong. Hombre, Sido, ¿qué tal? Muy buenas. Un momento, espera. ¿Pudiste conseguir lo que querías de la mira láser con el muñeco? ¿O al final no hubo suerte? Ya veo. I'm pretty sure I'm just going around. No! Stress. I thought I was just circling around, that was the same bit. But okay. Después podemos mirarlo a lo mejor. I'm gonna assume that's gonna be closed. No. So my question then is, well, the first question would be, what's the hand doing? But I assume there's gonna be some puzzle elements at some point because the tag was there, I'm pretty sure. So we might have to grab things. This is the exact same as before. Why is this different? I don't understand much. But okay. But my other question was, is the point gonna be optimizing time and being fast? Because those obstacles feel like they're designed so you can skip some platforms and make it not only satisfying but also optimal. So I wonder if there's like a scoreboard. And every level is similar to the previous one. It just gets a bit harder, it seems like the jumps are a bit more involved. Se queda siempre en línea recta, no sé cómo hacer que siga como no. Vale. Entonces es como lo último que vi yo también en el chat. Uh, 06. That's the last one, isn't it? 3, 4, 5, yeah. A ver, de momento lo único que te puedo decir es que te asegures que la mira está agrupada con la cabeza en este caso, que no está simplemente... Pero bueno, igualmente se mueve con el muñeco. Esa es una, aunque no gire hacia donde apunta la cabeza. Si se mueve con el muñeco, al menos está en el grupo del muñeco. Vale, entonces puede ser eso, que esté en el grupo del muñeco, pero no en el grupo de la cabeza. Porque... fuck. Sí, 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 sí. Pero eso es lo que decía, que mirar hacia arriba o hacia abajo. Porque, ¿es en tercera persona o en primera? En primera. Pues entonces a lo mejor, bueno, depende. En vez de tener un muñeco como tal, puedes tener un cubo de lógica o una cosa así. em, donde poner lo que haga falta. Pero bueno, que si se lo pones en la cabeza del muñeco, en principio debería funcionar. Okay, have a. Let's see what's in there now for us. A door. Dash dash. B. Out of order. Wait, no. Okay, no wait. Stumbling through 6 chambers, you finally manage to open the final door and proceed. Yet still, no sign of why you are here. Alright. Transition chamber. A. B. Welcome to the first transitional chamber. These are there to make for a nice arrival. After all, Prismatech wants you to feel comfortable. Okay. Oh, press circle to go. Okay. This now seems more inspired. Remember that game I played? I think it was last week. Or 2 weeks ago. It was Bogdan's game. Oh no. From the Dreams beta. That then I think it was Jump Space Reactor, and then it was Jump Space Delta, Delta something, Delta V, Delta 5. I thought of that. Come on. Thought of that because these platforms here, with the effect, look like the jump pads from that game, and also the music is kind of like that jump and run kind of vibe. Futuristic vibe, I guess. And also because the jumping seems this in first person seems the same amount of floaty, I would say. Or you jump more than you would think, I guess. Ooh. This definitely looks really nice. The color of it. Has a very pleasing aesthetic. In my opinion, of course. Oh! Uh-oh. Luckily, Dreams tends to have a lot of coyote time. I don't remember there being a slider for that, so maybe just how it is for default puppets. My hand is just completely on the other side. It's funny. Then recenter it like a 6 or V. There's more out I can jump that high. 7. Wait, 9? It was 7, it wasn't 8, wasn't it? Yeah. There's no 8. 10. Okay. Hombre, Rachi, ¿qué tal? ¿Tú el lunes tienes fiesta? Perdona que te ataque así de golpe, pero... Porque entonces mañana o el lunes podríamos... estar un rato si no tienes... Prism attack, the sign said. Maybe they are the ones responsible for this. Either way, you seem to be here for a reason. Sí, para eso decía. Bien, yo también tengo fiesta el lunes. The gravity cube, see that? Now we can grab it. To move it, approach and swing right now. Okay. Looks with dinner. Welcome back, though. ¿No puedo hacerlo con la marioneta? No, sí. Es lo que decía que seguramente... Recycle, boys. Ha sido muy lanzado ya. Lo que te decía, Sithor, es que seguramente... Oh, sí. So, like... Oh, okay. That's interesting. Also lurks with dinner. Sorry, what? No, Sithor, que seguramente si estás en primera persona puedas hacerlo con un combo de lógica o con algo así fuera del muñeco como alternativa, pero que en principio... I don't get it. Que en principio deberías poder agruparlo con la cabeza, ¿no? Con el muñeco entero y entonces se movería a la vez. Porque ahora lo que debe pasar, o sea, si tú ahora giras el muñeco, o sea, el muñeco entero, quiero decir, en vez de mirar para arriba o para abajo, te das la vuelta. Y no solo que la cámara se dé la vuelta, sino que el muñeco dé la vuelta. La mira sí que gira, ¿no? Digo yo. ¡Ah! Pero sí a los lados, vale, pues sí, seguramente. Bueno, puede ser una de dos. O que la cabeza del muñeco no siga tus movimientos arriba y abajo. Y entonces la mira no vaya a moverse arriba y abajo porque la cabeza no se está moviendo. O que si la cabeza sí que lo hace, no esté agrupada bien. Para poner en primera persona lo que hago es poner cerca la cámara del personaje de los agentes de la marioneta. Sí, es una opción. Pero eso es lo que decía, que no... No sé exactamente si... si lo haces de esa manera, si cuando miras arriba y abajo, si realmente la cabeza se te está moviendo arriba y abajo. O sea, que puede ser una de las dos cosas. Puede ser que no esté bien agrupado y entonces si lo agrupas con la cabeza, entonces te mueva. O que aunque esté bien agrupado, la cabeza no se esté moviendo de esta manera, con lo cual la cámara no se... o la mira no va a moverse de esa manera. Every so often when you speak Spanish, I hear one. No. Well, I mean, I guess it's better than literally nothing. That's cool. I would love to know how the fuck do you do this now? Like, what's... Yeah, absolutely. Ugh. I also feel like this would be way cooler in VR. Because this here is so weird. Like, I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. Oh, there we go. I mean, that right there just worked because... I mean, it's one thing that it has like puzzle elements. It's a completely different thing if it just works weird. Yeah, so that's like... I was here like 10 minutes ago. And I couldn't move it that way. Because I wasn't trying. Tengo que poner la mira láser y conectarla de alguna manera a la cabeza de la marioneta. La mira láser la tengo puesta en el chip de la marioneta. Vale, no, claro, si la tienes en el chip de la marioneta, es normal que no se te mueva con la cabeza. Se te mueve con la marioneta. La cuestión es si la cabeza se mueve arriba y abajo cuando miras arriba y abajo. Supongo que sí, porque justo si estás haciendo que la cámara de la marioneta sea la que esté cerca y se mueva con ella, tendría sentido. Pero que sé, tío, que sé. Oh, your god. When Riley was a baby, she watched Sesame Street. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, this is more annoying than challenging. Just trying to step on the thing. This doesn't feel intended, but at the same time, it kind of does, in a way. Oh, because. Huh. Oh wait, it lights up when you can't interact with it, doesn't it? Let's see. Does it? Yeah. Why can't I push it? Okay. Where they talk some Spanish, dumb song. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Oh, because it's like good. And I probably skipped like half the puzzle and now I'm wondering why it doesn't work. So I'll reset if I can't do this, but I kinda wanna try. That's interesting. Okay, can you just go? Why not? Why is it? Look. Oh, I didn't skip that much, what did I? Unless something activated in here. No. But It's not bad, but this mechanic is not good. Like, it's specific to this one thing. I wonder why did they do it like this? Oh, Sensitain. I was just... Wait, hold on. I mean, general Sensitain. I think it's 8 now. It usually tells me where it was. I was just saying, the one thing I dislike about this... Oh, there it is. Okay. It was 9, actually. Moving the box around seems to be inconsistent and sometimes frustrating. I noticed that it lights up when you can do it. So at least that's a good indicator, because before I was like, why is it not moving? But at least now I know it can move, it just... I have to insist. There. So yeah, that's the one mechanic that I'm not a fan of. For now though, everything else really, really cool. And right before you said hi, I was just saying, I wonder why you decided on this behavior, or if it was like the best you could get. Because honestly, it feels way less reliable than just a button press. Even if it's like a well-timed one. I think at least it would be more clear than moving. And I know it warns that it's designed with motion controls in mind, because definitely you cannot do that with a joystick. But if it's just for that, it feels weird that there's no option to change it. Felt a lot smoother, but they broke the motion sensor. Oh. Okay. So when did they change that? Because I also was mentioning how these doors and the hand seem like the ones from the VR levels. Inside the box, I think it was. Oh. 4 weeks before the game was finished. That's the most unfortunate change and the worst timing. So I'm sorry for that. But still. Oh. Oh. Oh, you made them public? Like, the assets are one of the things then I was also complimenting, because they look really cool. It's like that was Jesus. Presidential release on January. The end of last year. What did they publish with that update? What did they do? Wait, does it name sound familiar? Into Light Part 1, 2, and 3. Oh. Hadn't seen all this. I just saw the final one. I sure it is. That's it. But yeah, that must have sucked. If you had been working on this for like a year and a half, so a year and a half minus 1 month, and then they changed one of the basic mechanics. Oh, wow. What did that? What did this do? Part 1 and 3 are the demo ones. I'm thinking about unlisting them because you will come with this one. Yeah, maybe that or just add demo, old, beta, alpha, something. Some kind of... Excuse me. Okay. Yes. Some kind of indicator in the name. Why was that blocked? Like there was no glass or indication, was there? Like downstairs when I tried to unplug the graphic cube. See what I mean? Like now with a bit more context, I mean, I guess I was more surprised than anything that you decided to make it like that, because it didn't feel good, and the rest of it is pretty decent. Oh, fuck. Oh, no! There we go. That was an easy one. I say after dying several times. They immediately keep you in place. I noticed that on one of the first couple of levels that had gravity zones. But also, I think I didn't reach that one, so. That's fine. Jeez Louise. Nice, nice, nice. Alright. Child doesn't have to babysit tonight, let's go. Didn't I thought I had seen an exclamation mark or something. Let's go. Do you still have all that homework you said you had to do? Oh. Come on. I don't know what that did. Probably build the previous bridge. Probably that, yeah. That's cool. So what's left is disabling the other. Oh, what? What? There we go. The barriers, which is probably gonna be this button. It wasn't. Okay, now I'm just confused. I think I can make it. Tomorrow does more like a kids. I do not understand. Was it this barrier here? Is that the one that I have to? And then, yeah, okay. Why did I think I had to move the cube up here? If there's a button here, not a... expensive process, alright. That's fine. This one's long, dude. Okay. Works for me. What's 4 gonna do? We're... Oh, first just the end. Okay, cool. So it was 11 or 12? It was 12. I'm gonna guess this goes back to... Okay, and it's not a guess, it actually says so. Okay, I'm liking this. I burned myself before. And I forgot. You proceed through chambers 7 to 12 until you realize that the next hub collapsed. However, you find something else instead. What that might be? What might that be? The fall. So how was it? I'm gonna guess this is not safe. Alright. To make sure early on. Can you... No. I really like this. I don't think I can make that, but there's probably gonna be a button that lowers that section. Yeah, I see it now. Oh, there's nothing here, really. Oh. Funny. Yeah, you can see the wiring. That's pretty cool. Okay. Because there's nothing here now. Oh. Of course. Well, that was straightforward. Okay. This is the first button prompt in the game, I think. Huh. Do not pass, do not enter, keep out. Out. River. Stop. Okay. So I can either go up. Or that way. Let me go up first and see what's in there. Yeah, 1 to 2. It wasn't clear. Instructions unclear. Oh. What's... Yeah, honestly. Just to, you know, get the point across. Before making this, I never would have thought that elevator mechanics would be that complicated to write. I don't know if there's another elevator besides that one, because that one just went up, I think. And just one floor, maybe it goes up further as like floor selection and thing. But
Test. Is this thing on? Okay, good. Hello, and welcome to the Personal Tech Underground Testing Facility. Here you can. Wait. You're not part of the control group. In fact, you. I'm surprised to see one of you here myself. But as you might know, you do not belong here. Yet you are. Let me run you through quickly. You're in one of Prisma Tech's
animation making it go up and down.
Fact is, you're in front of one of my speakers. Now, you probably want to leave. Sadly, it's not possible as of now. Well, it's not like I wouldn't help you. Simply put, I don't have full control over this facility. And even if I did, I'm not one of the robots, one of those games. You know, the bad kind. Well, there are possibilities. You could just stay here and eventually starve.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You can also go through the old lab and slowly restore my power. The choice I... That is a clever question. Nothing really, apart from control over all this again. After all, it gets pretty lonely after 20 years. You clearly don't trust me. And look, both our options right now. Either both of us get to eat the cake, or none.
The cake, huh? I see.
Let's do it. I'll open the door left of the speaker in a moment. I won't be able to speak for a while because this will use a bit of my privileges. So here's a short explanation. There will be a button up an elevator. It will open a door next to the left. Once you come back, there will be a light that turns on, so you'll find it eventually. Instructions clear?
Love how I just said instructions unclear.
Alright, then the door will open now. Good luck.
Something. Oh yeah, the elevator thing. So, besides that, there's... It bumps back. Like, if it's just an elevator with 2 positions, up and down, and you always control it on the inside, that's one thing. But if then you add either several floors or logic to make it so it follows the player, so if there's like 2 levels or like 2 elevations, let's say, 2 platforms here and an elevator between them, and the player can jump down without using the elevator, then the elevator has to come down to meet the player, because if not, the player is stuck and you might want them to go back to the upper level. Unless you don't want them to go back, then that's fine and there's no elevator. But then also if there's like a way, like let's say the level loops back and you go back up, then the elevator has to detect the player up and go back up on its own. And that's also not as straightforward. if of course it's both, you know, in and out. Timelines can play backwards if you hook the playhead to a reverse timer, can't they? Two separate dimensions and figure out how to not make them fight. But they will never play at the same time, will they? Oh, no, no, absolutely, yeah. And I might be just talking out of my ass, honestly. It's been... Can I not change this one? Also, that's... turning it off. What did I turn off? Also, question, what did you have in the timeline besides sound effects and so on, and the doors opening and closing? Because the doors opening and closing should be symmetric, because they close when you start, so they are closed on basically all the animation except the two ends of it. So how did you do the platform moving? Like a couple of keyframes or an action recorder? Because I was thinking if it's just two keyframes, you might also be able to just have like a base position and a keyframe up, or the other way around, and then power the keyframe progressively instead. But that's weirder than just having a timeline, so... Movement okay, yeah, I see that one. Enable custom colliders. For smooth movement a bunch more. Okay. No, yeah, if it's a complex animation, then yeah, I see your point. Yo, Dreams anime looks cool. It looks very cool. It's actually, if you can, I don't know if you can see messages before your first one. It's from Entertain or C Entertain here. Oh. Um, well, Pavis, thank you so much for the 2 gift subs. You never, you never fail to amaze me, do you? That makes you your total gift subs. Um, makes it go up to 15 in total for this channel. So thank you so much, and congrats to Super Afro Boy. Dreams Guy, and Rep for those subscriptions for a month. So yeah, I guess we'll continue with this for a while, and then um, we'll have to go and sculpt. Huh? Fuck. I didn't think we'd get that. But yeah, that was my September. Two subs for Bussi. Um. Oh yeah, the yo emote is a fucking fish. Oh, it has to be with 4 hours. I think it is. um. Will get me to sleep. It's 12:30. It's 12:30 here too. So Central Europe, I assume. Um. Well. So I'll take the chance. Oh.
Managed to get him to the contrary nice, although a bit of self-esteem. But that's not a final trailer. We are still trying to get you into the lab. Talking about it, look at all this. Surface fellows usually don't see architecture in this scale. Yeah, makes it even more sad that it got abandoned. But enough about that. Just in front of you is the original.
Xenon.
That's because it isn't active yet. I'll do that now.
Okay. 6:30. Centetane. Well, now that you're here, how much into the game? How far into the game are we? Like, has this all been just a prologue, or are we more than halfway done? Just to know, because oh, in Germany, yeah, it's 12:30 here in Spain too. Um, just to know if I wanna 1/4 or 1/3. Okay. Um. So let's see if we can get to a good stopping point. That's more like halfway through. And oh. Oh. What was that right? Um. And then we'll change to sculpting, I guess, so I can do it today and not make Pavis wait for the next stream. But if you actually don't know, and you're asking and you just paid for it without knowing, um, I'll help you with that one. I don't think I can make it. Oh, but I can. Do you think they'll keep the name? Yeah. Didn't you hear it was like designed to be like a combination of boss and C? Yes. If you click on that link, it explains. No, it's not a game. Um, it's a real life thing that they just did recently. Um, and it's become a meme worldwide, which is really funny actually. So yeah, I'll try to get the reference and do something similar to it at some point. Thank for that indicator. But yeah, I don't know if they really didn't know.
Well, as I told you before, I need more permissions. Around the corner and through a corridor is one of the connecting points. They are like centerpieces which can be rearranged. Since the slab got abandoned, nothing really is being controlled. Like that, even the centerpieces are static. So there only is one way through which, to our advantage, the downside is that there is more danger around. Alright, I don't have anything to...
So I really don't know if they for real didn't realize. They didn't even think there was a problem with the name. Or they... Oh! Hey! Control. So yeah, I don't know if they really didn't think about it. Like, didn't find any problems with it. Or they didn't think the repercussion it would have. Because it's like a random city nearby. It's not like... But fuck. It's not like Barcelona itself. Or like, I don't know. So maybe they truly didn't think about it. Or maybe they did and it's the best marketing campaign they could ever do. Oh, some kind of progress with it. Wait. It seems like there is at least some kind of progress in my problems now. Doctor's suspecting my... And we have... Oh. Okay. But that's... Oh. So then you have to be careful with what you eat, right? I don't know if there's any special treatment or anything. But if it's that, then at least you'll know and you'll be able to act accordingly. But I didn't relate that with coughing and that sort of thing that I thought was. But I guess, I don't know if you were asthmatic too. I don't know. I'm, like, again, not a doctor. Well, you know, across the firewall. Okay, until the tests. Sounds. To turn. And yes, of course, I looked the other way first.
You're here. Good to see you being in one piece.
Um.
Area. You may wonder why there are all these chamber devices. That's effectively because of security. This lab has automatic arm right. That one is behind the lasers to the left.
Of course it is.
You have to jump off, but you can't straight up even though
Oh god.
So there is a
Okay.
control panel in the area to the right. Downside that it's basically, yeah. I'll explain.
Alright. I really like this. This is a really cool thing. And um it made me, oh, the sound effects too. It made me think of the third test on Wikipedia, the cracking time, with the battery bots, where the floor is glass and it also cracks. But you have forever to actually do it, so you never see the floor collapsing. Oh. Oh! Oh! This is also very control-like. I like it. No, yeah, I can tell, I can tell. Oh, I can't jump on the other side, on the other hand. You're also correct that it's not something it can connect to each other. Wait, wait. Does have a different that affects skin. Oh, and it's her. Oh, so it's likely. Yeah, I guess it is. Um. The question is though, if it is that, can you treat? Come on, I bonked with my head. Uh, is it readable, or can you do something to? Do I have to wait until it comes back up? I mean, back around. Finish my soup, no more sopa. No, that's close. But yeah, no, I've noticed several things that were pretty control-like. But this one, I think, together with the, was it actually firewall? I forgot the actual name. Like the loading zones, basically, of control. With the thick doors and everything. Oh, come on, no, not like that. Ah, for crying out loud, dude. No. Shit, no, wait. There we go. Oh. Okay. Yeah, on those sections right there. If I fall now, it's gonna be bad. Oh, fuck off. Oh, really? Huh. That's neat. Thank you for that. Can't. Oh, I can't. Nice. I can reach that. Oh, what? Hmm. No. Best thing you can do. Containing yeah. But given you said there was two kinds, I thought there was maybe something else for one that's not, you know, stomach and yeah. You slowed down in me there. Okay. Yeah, I certainly do. I mean, I would argue it makes it weirder, as in you expect to carry the velocity of the platform you're in. As you would. But again, we'll have to adapt to it. Excuse me. Excuse me again. Oh. Okay, that's our goal. Hmm. Oh, it stops every 45 degrees. No, every once in a while. 15 degrees or so. Yeah. Okay. That's interesting. Oh, come on. No, 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 no. What? Physics.
Access granted.
Oh, I thought it was gonna stop. Oh, both Byrons do that, okay. Is it gonna crack or is this just for tension? Um, skin issues, bowel issues. That's probably
This house, it has existed for so
this
long.
old house.
What could it even be? It is so old,
Um,
so that you could call it the oldest
see, it is
house.
old.
This title is already in use.
Oh, it was literally there. I didn't see it. Yes, it is the oldest house. Okay, cool. Oh, I was trying to make the joke and the joke was there. Weird. I feel like I heard that somewhere.
Possibly, but enough about that. The next step will be activated. Good unused is the ordinary person falls to their demise. You're almost there, though. You have to get through another final passage which will bring you to the lab. Alright, yeah.
Alright. How? There's definitely more people that have played Control before this. There's no way. Look, I like Control, okay? But I can't be the only one. There's no way. But I'm glad you you saw it. Uh. Falling through a crack in the floor, you found yourself in the old parts of this facility. An old AI, of which you don't know the name, crosses your way. It said that it would assist you, but a lot still unclear. An old owl, yes, that's what I read first. Because also because I just read your message that of course Al gets it, and I was like still like thinking about that, and an old Al, and I'm like, no. Yeah, this is just oh. Oh. Alright. Will not hurt you even oh. I don't know if it wants to say inside or in it, but I'm guessing that's actually German that slipped in there. Um, this game was made specifically for you. Yeah, that's why I get the reference, and that's why I'm in it. You know, think much more often than you realize. Aristotle's probably I don't fucking know. uh, well, that was automatic. I like the lenses. Let's say. Coolio. Directly after this, so after the laser bit. Thank you. Oh, Hub C. We made it. Oh. Okay, yeah, no, this is the research. I mean, rather, but yeah, this is the oldest house. I love this. Oh, hello. You're a worm through time. Okay. So did you mean here or after levels 13, 14 and so on? I'm gonna explore a bit. It looks so good though. Like seriously. Oh, you can access everything through the Dreams map. Okay, cool. Yeah, I was wondering if there was okay. I mean, absolutely liking this. There's no question. Um so actually I'm guessing we can, without going out of it, we can see this. Okay, here we go. Whoa. Okay, so this was hub A, this is hub B, definitely. This is hub C. This is all we had to do to reach hub C. So yeah, I'm guessing hub C is gonna have more or less the same because we saw 13, 14, 15, so on. So these two had 6, so maybe this has 6. And there's probably more stuff around this section here. So yeah, actually, usually, oh wait, play later. So because I know when you leave, it gets it. There we go. If I just play this, it should, yeah, it should take me to hub C. So now, if I play any of these levels and get back to hub C, it should save, and then it should be no problem, right? Okay, what can I do with this? Yeah, that's all. Um, Plus even more under that, it says that you're in 13. Yeah, yeah, that's just, I mean, um, Dreams usually, so Dreams the game usually saves how Dreams the maps, um, so in which scene you are in a dream. So, um, if you have it, if you have the map visible like this, you can select any scene and go directly to that. Um, you can also make it so, like, right now they're invisible until discovered. Um, you can also make it so they're um locked until discovered, I think it is, so they're just grayed out, but you can see them. Um, you cannot play them, but you see like all the scenes. And you can also make them unlocked from the beginning, so that's probably like just the first scene. And then you can make them always invisible. And in that case, you have to make your own menu kind of thing. So you always start on scene 1, um, and then you have to have your variables and everything to point to the following ones. I'm pretty sure it might be not. Okay, hold on. Yeah, let's do 13. So just um when I say that, but like, yeah, I can turn this, but you know, it goes down and there. Attachable hand. Um, yeah, yeah. Yeah, so the text ones, I assume, are their own scenes. I thought like maybe. So first I thought I might be able to either grab it or push it, or it might work like the light cubes, like the gravity cubes. Then I thought maybe applying weight would work to lower them. So I thought it might be something in this corridor first. Then I thought maybe something upstairs there. Oh, here. Yeah, it really blends in with the environment. So yeah, thank you for that hint. Is it less red now, or were those always green and red? Ooh, barbecue, okay. Oh, rip. Here we go. Oh, you can't. Oh, it's just. Oh, okay. Huh. I'm guessing that's something that the cubes cannot cross, but you can. Pick a number? No, I'm not doing the. If it's odd, I do homework. If it's not. I don't. Oh. Oh. Can we keep going through that? Yes and no. Nope. Okay, that wasn't that. If you unlock something, the red tint disappears from that level. As in the hub. If you pick a number, I do homework. If you don't, I watch JoJo. Yeah, sure it was. Okay, so I see the... Jesus. I see the switch behind this. But I guess I didn't follow the wire correctly. Because it's this one. These rooms with wires between things remind me of Clunk Clunk Puzzles. All the wiring I had to do. So yeah, it was... So this lamp was red before, right? So I wasn't imagining things. I don't know if the trees also were red or not, but... I'm guessing this is the... What if? That's not it right there, still more puzzle to do. It shouldn't be that much. So we just put it as sending this across. Still very weird mechanic. Gotta bring it up. Okay. Cool. Quick and easy. Did you move the hand fast enough? Yeah, those lines were definitely red before. You've been doing homework this whole time? Ooh. So we're also like pushing the his back in weird ways. You'd be lying. Oh, what a surprise. No way. I'm being mean, you could have totally not been, but... What did that move? There's a gravity cube in there. So calm. Oh, it's where it goes? So like... Yeah. Okay, so I want it to go to 1. you. And so on. And so forth. Okay, where's 4? There. How to get to 4? Just like that. Jesus. Where's 5? Right beside 4. Maybe. Wait, fuck, what? Hold up. Okay, so I want to get 5. I can get it like this. Like that. Like no. So I can get it 2 ways. One way is this, the other way is this. So if I do it this way, it has to come from this side, it has to come from that side, it has to come from here, and this is not right. So it has to be the other way, which is this side. So it comes from this side. There's only one way, which is like that, but then it's also not possible. So if I move it back to 4, which was like that, and like that, and like this. Huh. What I was gonna do, okay, thank you. But what I was gonna do is just try that, but I guess that doesn't work. So what did that do? Oh, make that a source? Oh, good night, Pavis. Oh, okay, you're leaving. Will you be... Because you paid for it. I mean, I'll do it anyway. You can watch the VOD, but if you go to sleep now, I might continue with Into Light, and tomorrow we might do the Bussi thing. God damn. So if you're free tomorrow, regular time, I'll wait. If not, we'll see. I'll do it between today and tomorrow. But in any case, thank you so much, Pavis. And hope, yeah, the medical stuff, you can at least point out what's happening. No, I mean, it's... Yeah. Totally fine. Whenever is better for you. How are we... So we... 1, 2, 3, 4... We're on the 5th one. I mean, yeah, it's 6 for each one. It's until 18. Oh, this one has 8? Well. Well. this one was super fast. Oh, okay. So let's see. So that was the fifth one. It's 6, 7, 8 then. So that was 17. There's 18. It actually sounds like the hiss now. Oh, huh. Okay. Okay. Cool. Ah. I also kind of wish when you got back to the hub it didn't put you at the beginning. But that would imply having either... I mean, it could be a variable and a cube that moves the doorway around. Because doorways... I mean, they're expensive in thermal, but it's an arbitrary limitation that you cannot only have... I mean, it was 5 first, now it's 10, I think. So it's not like they actually add 5% of thermal. Oh, hello. What? What? Oh, it spawns you before all the logic functions, okay. Well, then it would, I don't know, a screen wiper and a teleporter or something. Or a bunch of doorways, but yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did I do it on the other way around? Like several times? I don't know. Okay. Ooh, that's different.
You're probably wondering how I am in one of your chambers, correct? Remember when you gave me permission to open up the mazes in the old forest? Well, what happened is that I'm not that quick, because although I have access to the puzzle reader, it's still limited to most of the chambers. Fortunately, I managed to find a note disk. The one you are currently in has been thrown out because of one reason. Part of the logic had an issue which made one of the
Okay. Wait, what? Show is up? Okay. Oh, the laser can cross that? Okay. And 4 is down. Okay. Is it? Okay.
Access granted.
I saw the 3 there, so like, you know, 3, you know. What in the? I didn't really. I didn't need that. Oh.
Alright, since we are now here, I need to, well, under this, I'll make it quick. We got a problem. Remember the bug I mentioned? Well, it caused unforeseen. The lab is now in shutdown mode, and if we don't do anything, we will be completely trapped. I wondered for a while, there actually is still hope.
This is different. And very. Control.
Alright, listen up, because this is important. The location you're in is called A493962, or the Midnight Zone. Prism attack used to mine metacarbonite here.
Oh, is it gonna be the quarry?
Of everything here. This is one of the few secure locations I still have access to.
Just in case the code
This
didn't put
one
it
in
on.
particular, though, holds another terminal which will once again elevate my permission. Not quite, but we'll be a step closer to it. Once this is done, I'll be able to do a change. That will be a surprise. So if everything is clear, you'll be off to this now.
Kinda. I mean, with more trees. Oh boy. But still with this car. It's tearing out. Okay, hold on. Oh, is it still not? Where are we? Oh, we're still in 20? Interesting. Yeah, this really looks like mine. 20. Oh. Wait.
Access granted.
Ooh. Logo. Take. Oh, wait. No. This is totally unrelated to. Wait. To anything? Okay. Yeah. I remember. Yeah. Was that call related to the project thing? Okay, 4 is up. 3 is down, so it's down up at the end. Right, down, up. So left, right, down, up. Left, right, down, up. I'm not gonna make it. Left, right, down, up. Oh, there. Jeez. Left, right, down, up. Yes, after a couple more emails, I got the last signatures I needed to completely complete the project. Let's go. Is that it then? Are we done? Is it completely complete? Wait. Left, right, up, down, up. That one.
Dog granted.
Fan sends everything on October 3rd, and I need to prepare for that. But other than that, I'm fucking done. Oh, so I need to prepare for that. Okay. No, I mean, yeah. So I need to prepare that. I need to prepare for. Yes. Yeah. Oh, it literally says Korea. I'm glad. Like, let's go. Damn. Okay. Hub C again. The lab is in lockdown. Having run through the final the final 8 chambers, the old AI, the old owl, appeared in the 20th century. Even more questions and less answers. It seems now that the AI, which remains unnamed, owl, uh, is really friendly, but politeness is a tool most often used maliciously. The diversion. La diversión. That's a lot of ways I could go. Service employee bureau. Intern review station. This is more and more control like by the minute. Oh, hello. Main offices. Test tracks and main hall. Okay. Okay, so Santatane, if you think this is closer to halfway, we can leave it here. My name is Patrick. Okay. The application process helps us determine whether or not you are sufficient for the job or general activity. Now that the interview will happen under full discretion, always remember to keep it small. Our reviewers are working hard. Options for subdivision. The Tuskers 1. Tuskers 2. Angelica. Maintenance. Great. Cool. Security. Are the names references to something? Because if that's the case, then that's too much. That's the one I'm not getting. Osmotic carbonite. Emergency to control, but interestingly, the stronger its effects become. Oh, I see. Yeah. It's floating when powered by magnetism and relocated if left unchecked for too long. The gravicube. Oh, it's induced with metacarbonites. In the owner's brain? Jesus, okay. This technology's safety. Panels. Yeah, so all the test chambers are like a mix between light portals. It's like Control meets Portal, and it was pretty cool without portals. Just like, you know. Transfer through the fourth dimension. Coded cube. Okay. Staff only, but now I have. I guess the key I got wasn't from this. Maintenance only. Oh. So because we in maintenance personnel right now, the heat meter core 3 stopped working without any notice, leading to pressure buildup, which eventually caused one of the pipes to burst. It's getting hotter here by the second, and no actions followed. Would be toast. Not that. Shed or AD. Your readings were mostly correct. Location seems to be that. Interestingly, not in our universe, I don't suspect it. Sending test probes was successful. The images we received look like there only is rock, but compared to multiple over time, it's clear that this place does slowly transform. Okay. We may actually find enough resources there, considering it's probable to be the source of metacarbonite. We'll have to do more tests. Okay, so that's the quarry, I guess. Now before I close this report, I still have to ask about two things. Foremost, who let the new intern access to the research storage? I think this is his keycard for the time being, so please respond in time. Secondly, we are going to need more resources down in there. That's real broken. We are running out of conductors. You know how long can we continue this operation or otherwise? Whoop. Lesson. It's going at a steady pace, more quickly than expected. How Joel can come next time. So through short question. How's the square movement of stuff work? Never seen a material reshape on its own. It'll stick to something like this. Now you probably won't know what you're doing, but I'm worried about what could happen in this control. I mean there are multiple pieces which just were somewhere else next time I checked. Just maybe I'm just down here too long. God. What? 12 workers in our company. Prism take as a corporation. Will increase by an additional 10%. The second step is increase. Determine the exact objective in the field. It's CTPS though. / missing. This find always this question of information is critical to this question table. Legal consequences. There's no extensive devices. This is also missing. Ensuring the safety of is also personal text of clothing in the next few weeks. This is the end of this message. As for the question, please send an intern report or reply under reply. Usually have no reply to reply at prismatech.pt. They're Portuguese. Adam Smith on the Prismatech. I'm guessing it's from Prismatech, but it's funny. No. Oh god. Musf. Night shift summary, no people trying to trespass on the move stray dog off the area. No how long will it's hard to stay awake. Missing. Dear Adam Smith, I have heard pleasant service voicing strong concerns about where the company as a whole is headed. The other workers in the research division have been marked as ill, and about a month each their names were missing from all notices. We're not saying that the company definitely has a role in all this, but employees simply going missing has slowly become a greater actor bit by bit. We also voice, I guess, concerns about the tests which were done on metacarbonite recently. A few of the samples are now relocating across the facility in general. It does not take much to see what consequences that would have. So with this report, we're informing about our resignation, which will follow soon. Sincerely, missing. MPEG. Last shift in the maintenance division, something unexpected happened, which is why I have to remain in the hospital for the time being. Been carrying around asbestos with a forklift. One of the packages ripped and separated on the floor. I thought it was cleaned up easily, and it was, but sadly breathe in a small amount. The area has been taped and marked for cleaning. Simple. The samples of the last experiment are relocating. Which are lower than when I feel until the verge of doing so. Previously were faulty. They went way below minimum. We cannot find them quickly. We relocate to wherever. I needn't say what happens if one appears, for example, in a generator or worse, even a person. Oh, so they can relocate inside things. Well, I guess the air is already like a thing, but yeah. Like solid and liquids, not just gases. Send down process as quickly as possible. And even if it were just gases, that's already dangerous enough. The interview statistics for here are numbers. Insufficient, 269. Accepted, 43. Sorted out, 547. Applications total, 599. Resignations, 27. How does that add up? Okay. Situation have been resolved. We are unsure though why exactly the numbers were so off. There are only two logical explanations that come to mind. The first is that the gear is broken to eliminate the potential cause of not generating was replaced. The second is that manipulated either equipment or documents in that case produced up ways out. Security information from out to the public. Adam? Adam? Do you really think? Give this MOOP thing. SOPs were SOPs were no. OOPs were objects of powers, but the first O is capital and the second one is lowercase. MOP. Is that a thing that I should know? AI, this much control over the facility is a great idea. For all I know, it used to be notorious for trying to escape protocols and elevating its firms. And I did a great development and it theoretically shouldn't do it anymore. But or at least temporarily. To the job better. However, that was controlled environment we did all the things on, for example, a public server. That's that. And people generally believed it was a real person that we're talking to. I'm just saying, humans don't like anything standing above them, Lord forbid, with too much power. On another note, I don't like what's being done with AI in regards to artificial life. I think your so-called surface dweller project may be a shot too far. But who knows, it could be wrong with few times so far. Just be careful while this is okay. On the topic of delivering my opinion about the potential bring your child to work day. Yeah, that sounds amazing for this company. I think it's a good idea for the most part. Yay! It helps families connecting better to the company. And it will be great PR. Yeah, sure. I mean, not that we really still need to make an image for ourselves, but it's nice regardless. Potentially, workers could also bring their wife or husband. We'll have to talk about details later, what limits there are. One thing I have to say is that there need to be more limits on where, oh shit, sorry, puppies. Yeah, okay, so if tomorrow you have, what was it, Left 4 Dead or something? Um, uh, 11 p.m. your time, or like from 11 onwards. Then yeah, I might do it anyway, and you can watch the VOD. I mean, I don't know if you've seen the meme. It's a silly thing. It was just to make them to embrace the meme. I didn't think it would happen. So yeah, sorry. Um, Something I also have to say is that there need to be more limits on where family members can. Yeah. But I think it will come to others. Reviews. Okay. Okay, you know what it was about. No, but I mean, you did gift two subs. It wasn't just two different people subbing, and then I'll do it whenever, you know. But yeah, in any case, I'll send pictures, of course. Okay. Um. Hello. Hi. Imp. I don't think it could be here. Did the puppet just? Because this is the off-screen indicator. You have to rewind. Yeah, sounds like it. Okay. Fine. Will it? Remember, I have the keys and everything. Will I have to? Huh. It didn't signal it like that before. I don't think. Okay, good thing is we can go just a corridor, so we can go fast now. We've read everything. And on the computer too, I'll just activate the two protocols and that's it. There we go. Okay, so I'm guessing that's the door. Oh, so it remembered that when coming back, huh? That's a big door. Okay. So I'm in D2 now. Okay, yeah. So that was about halfway through. I can send it back to play later. Let's take a look at the map. Here we are. Okay. Um, that's a nice configuration down there. So yeah, we're into light. I think we're about halfway. I'm gonna leave it here for today. We'll continue tomorrow. So yeah, probably full Into Light stream tomorrow. I'm really liking this. So thank you, Entertain, for making it. Thank you, Entertain, for being here too. Santertain, I mean. Um, and now, I mean, okay, there's several options here. One is that I make a video for Into Light like I did for Pinjara and for Log. So I'll just have Into Light there. And if I do that, then I'll insert like a picture of how the Bussi meme thing ended up looking like around now. And then we'll cut to the next part now. I mean, after I finish the sentence. The second option is I don't do that much work. I just highlight this first part. I'll add probably the Bussi result at the end, and then part two is gonna be like its separate video. That might be what I do. So yeah. we'll see how that goes. Fuck me. Oh. Nope. Uh, you know what? I'm gonna leave it like that. I don't even care. It's like one full balloon from head to ankle, but I don't care. There we go. God. I don't know what's worse, to be honest. Okay. Um. I hope everyone is happy with this because that's what you get. Got the back. I'm not even gonna re-rig it. Like, the legs and arms and head just are out of place completely. But I'm just gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna make it more sassy, and that's it. Where's the sassy meter? Oh, that's Stumpy. There. Oh my god. Okay, maybe not that sassy. Yeah. The sassiness slider. Of course there is. Gonna reduce the motion sensor. Nah, that's too much. Oh, because this is attached to the hips. This is not like the torso. Or like lower or upper. It's... Oh, that's why. Because when the hips move, all the cone moves. And that's what makes it so... Okay, okay. I see. Look. Yul. Gonna make it really breathy and springy and with arm flail and fight. I don't know what this will do. Oh! I mean, it is a balloon. Oh, before when Tyke said something um, about the pickles, I thought she was gonna say You know, Big Hero 6 or something. Oh. Oh god. Oh. Okay, so that's probably springing it then. Help me! Oh god. Swimming. Oh. The sun. Okay, guys. Uh, we shall release Bussi to the world. So Bussi exists in the Dreamiverse now. God, this is my legacy. Oh. There we go. Well, so this is the end result. This is Bussi, and this is what you can find in the Dreamiverse because it's released and it's remixable. Fuck. So yeah. That's it for today. I'm leaning towards actually. I love Hate It too, so don't worry. I'm on the same boat. I'm on the same bus. Don't say it's kind of hot. So yeah, this has been today's session. We've played Into Light. We're around halfway through, according to Sentetain themselves. So yeah, we're gonna continue on the next stream, which is gonna be tomorrow at the regular time. Tomorrow is probably gonna be all fully Into Light Part 2. I'm gonna highlight both parts separately. So yeah, hope you enjoyed Part 1. If you're watching the VOD, Part 2 might be already out. So look out for that. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the glimpse of what we unleashed into the Dreamiverse in the form of Bussi. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, and until the next one.